Bonjour everyone and welcome if this is your first time. I am your humble French tarot reader Marine, and today we're going to be doing your August 2026 months ahead reading. This will be your guidance for the months ahead, where we look at the major themes of August for you guys, potential challenges, potential blessings, what you're invited to focus on, also that you can have the best months possible. If you guys follow my channel, I know I missed July and I'm so sorry. As you might know, for those of you who've been here a long time, I navigate the waters of chronic pain, chronic illness. I live with disability, so sometimes it's a little bit harder to keep to a tight schedule. And so I missed our July monthly guidance, which I'm so sorry about. And so I really wanted to make sure I would show up for you for this particular month ahead. For today, I have 3 really cool decks you can choose from. So if you don't know how these pick-a-pile reading works, it's very simple. All you need to do is intuitively choose the pile that is calling out to you the most, as this is where your reading will be. In the description box, you're going to find timestamps that can take you straight to your reading. Down there is also where you'll find all the names of the decks I am using. And if there are fellow deck goblins and tarot lovers here, you can also find my second channel, The Waves of Your Soul, where I share with you my passion for the card. Today, for my pile number 1, you can choose this particular deck called the Bad Girl Tarot, and this is the first edition, but there was actually very recently a Kickstarter for a new edition, so that's exciting. I backed it, of course, because I love this one. So this is super fun, very kind of summery, cheeky, bold, and a little bit campy deck that is a wonderful read. So if you feel called to this particular imagery or to the number 1, then your message could be in this particular pile. For my pile number 2, you can choose, thanks to my favorite tarot deck ever. It is the Sparrow Tarot. I love this one. This is, I recently got a spare copy so I could use it for you guys. And so it's making its grand debut for our August reading to read for you. So if you feel called to this particular imagery, to this particular vibe, then your message could be in pile number 2. And of course, just because it's my favorite doesn't mean you have to pick it, right? You guys always follow your intuition. Okay, and for my pile number 3, we have a newer one in my collection. It is called the Wonderstuck Tarot, I think, and it's very beautiful, floral, and gorgeous. So if you feel called to this particular imagery, again, your message could be in pile number 3. So there you go. If you need a little bit more time to choose the pile that is calling to you, I encourage you to pause the video, take some deep breaths, release any tension you're holding in your body, like unclenching your jaws, maybe have a little bit of a drink of water, just come back to your body, reconnect to the waves of your soul, and once you're ready to receive your guidance, I will see you in your reading starting now. Okay, my pile number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose this particular deck, this is going to be the reading for you. And so, as I mentioned in the intro, today we are looking at August 2026. Before we use your tarot deck, we are going to use this chunky beast of an oracle to look at the themes of the months for you guys. So, what are the themes? What are the energies for my pile number 1? Whoop, already we have a jumper. What do we have? Garden of Touch. So straight away there could be a need for grounding in the months of August for my pile number 1. You could feel called to spend more time in nature, spend more time surrounded by green, by trees, by the beach, by the river, by the forest, in a local park, spending more time outside generally, but specifically touching grass, right? Touching your feet on the grass, being in nature with trees surrounding you, with the wind in your hair. There's really here a big focus on taking some time in the month of August to spend time as much as you can outside in nature, grounding yourself. And I think I see nature as a really, really big, important focus for the month of August. So maybe you guys are going on a hike. If you can, you are going on a little camping trip, or you're spending a weekend at the beach, whatever it is. But if you can do any of the things, going for a walk at your local park, anything like that, where you get to spend more time in nature is really, really important. I see it as being a source of support, of comfort for you guys, and also being a place of inspiration and a place where you could make new memories. So any opportunity to be outside, specifically in nature is gonna be very much encouraged for you guys in the month of August, which I love it, honestly. When the homework is be outside, I'm here for it. Okay, let's see what is. What are the themes for my pile number 1? The themes, the vibes. What do we need to know? We have beneath the surface. Okay, so the reason why maybe there's a need for more grounding or a desire to spend more time in nature is because there might be a lot going on in your mind. You might be feeling a little bit anxious or tensed or worried about certain things right now. And so as a way to soothe your mind and to kind of like this beneath the surface, go deeper into your soul to find calm, to find peace amongst the storm potentially, this is where the grounding in and spending time in nature could really help. So with this beneath the surface, I see that potentially, and I think this is more so like early August/end of July, so maybe you're already in it, a headspace that feels a little bit anxious or worried. Like this is giving me 9 of Swords energy where potentially my pile number 1 is feeling a bit stressed about something. I don't know if there's something going on right now for you. Maybe you're worried about someone that you love, or there's something in your life that's bringing a bit of a stress. Seeing like, in the normal, there's like the mice card where it feels like little mice gnawing at your brain. It's like something that's worrying you. And so as a way to bypass that, right? Lie on the ground, spend time in nature, go hug a tree, go sit at the beach, go and take a hike in your local forest, lie in the park, have a picnic, whatever you can do, honestly, to spend time outside. I think it's really going to help soothe this potential anxiety you're feeling right now. Obviously, we'll see what the card says, but let's see what else. What else do we need to know? And we have blood remembers. This could be something relating to family members, this worry you have, or loved ones. Like with blood remembers, I see family, but here we could be talking about blood family, but also chosen family. I think this stress you guys are having is relating to someone you love, that you feel very close to, a very close friend, a family member, and so maybe they're going through something, and so by proximity you're feeling anxious for them. If that's the case, I do see a resolution in the month of August of this particular stress, of this particular situation. So if right now things are a little bit tough for a loved one and you're feeling stressed because you don't know how to help them, how to support them, I really see something healing and something like fixing itself in the month of August. So it's going to be, I see maybe another week or so of stress and then some resolution here towards like the second week of August. So, and again, if you need a bit of support, right, we have this invitation to spend time in nature. One last message. Look, softening after conflict. So yeah, I really think I would not be surprised if my pile number 1 right now is going through it a little bit. And yet I do think it's something, again, I feel, you can let me know in the comments obviously, but it's something that isn't necessarily concerning just you, something that maybe concerns like your child, your friend, your parents, like, a loved one and partner maybe. So know that it's not gonna last, right? This chaos or this friction or this pain. We do see here this idea of like resolution coming. I am hearing second week of August, and then we have this idea of like softening after conflict, a release. So there's a solution coming in, there's an ease, there's an inner peace coming up for you guys, which I think is gonna feel like a big exhale, a big sense of release. Okay, so let's continue. We're gonna see what are the potential challenges of the month of August for you guys. What are the potential challenges for my pile number 1? Whoop. We have the 7 of Swords. Yeah, it's gonna be about managing managing expectations around how you show up for yourself and others when it comes to challenges. You can't be everywhere for everyone. And so if there's tension, or if you're facing, or if there's conflict, or if you are feeling stressed or anxious, or if there are people in your life who are going through it, but you also are potentially going through something yourself, don't put too much pressure on yourself to try and be there for every single person in your life. You're gonna have to make some choices. That doesn't make you a bad person. You're showing up as best as you can. You are doing the best you can. And the challenge is gonna be in not berating yourself for not doing enough and for not showing up enough, and giving yourself this like imposter syndrome of, I'm not a good enough daughter, I'm not a good enough parent, I'm not a good enough friend, I'm not a good enough partner, whatever you fill in the blank, which is only adding extra pressure on top of your shoulder when you're already doing the best you can. So the challenge is really more around how you speak to yourself in those moments where you potentially are being extra hard on yourself, and maybe again, as a way to cut that, bypass that, instead of going into this internal loop dialogue of berating yourself, spend time in nature, go outside, take a walk, go and lie on the grass, go and sit by the beach, whatever is available to you and accessible to you. This is really going to help. I really see spending time in nature as being a huge source of comfort, support, and strength for you guys in the month of August. So that's the challenge. Let's see the potential blessing of the month of August. Potential blessing of the month. Let's see. 3 of Cups. I love that. You are doing enough for everyone, right? And for yourself. So once you realize that you're human, that you can only do the best you can, again, I really see my Palm one as doing the best you can. And so through this moment, there's still, whilst again, I do see potentially right now the time of you watching, and again for the first week of August, a feeling of tension or stress or worry or anxiety that's hanging over your head. There is a big sense of resolution coming towards, I'm really hearing like second week of August, things are getting much easier, and that is really also helping balance your interpersonal relationships and helping you just get stronger in your relationships, in your friendships, and in nourishing the love in your life. So if this situation, this worry that you have concerns someone that you love, the blessing is in that you accompanying them, you being there for them as much as you can. Obviously, don't overdo it. We've talked about it. At the end of it, you guys are stronger. You both feel supported, loved, understood, seen. So there's a big potential for feeling loved and cherished and supported in the month of August. And it's just going to be around getting through that conflict, that storm, that stress, and then after that, the release. There's potential for celebration, for joy, for friendship, for love. So we love that. That's really, really beautiful. Okay, let's see what to focus on for you guys. What are you invited to focus on in the month of August? The Chariot. If you have any projects, you guys, any projects you've been thinking about pursuing, whether it's career, money, finances, personal projects, physical, health goals, anything to do, I'm hearing specifically around the material world, or the creative project, it's go time. Okay, in August, go for it. Apply for that job, apply for that loan, send that email, create that podcast, take that course, whatever it is. There's something here that you're invited to take action, book that plane ticket, go on that trip. There's a creative pursuit, a career pursuit, or a money related, material related like venture that you want to focus on, or that you've been thinking about investing your energy into. And in the month of August, you're invited to really go for it. Any kind of desires around the I'm hearing like pentacle or wands kind of realm, so creative pursuits or things relating to your day-to-day life, your physical reality. It's go time, right? She didn't even stop to put her pants on. She's going for it. She doesn't care that she didn't take the time to put her pants on, because she's got places to be, people to see, things to do. And that's you, my pile number 1. You've got places to see, people to see, things to do, and you're going for it. So definitely it's go time. There's a green light regarding any projects you want to pursue in this particular month. We love that. What else are you invited to focus on in the month of August? Let's see. We also have judgment. Yeah, it's an inner calling. It's something you guys have been thinking about for a while, maybe even since last year or even the year before, something you've been thinking about pursuing. It's that month. That this is a month where you take that class, or where you finally start your driving license, or where you finally start taking singing classes, or where you finally, I don't know, start your TikTok account to share about books. I don't know, you guys, whatever you've been thinking about doing, something that's a soul calling that you really want to start, a creative pursuit, or it's about maybe material reality, asking for a loan. Maybe it's about, like I said, focusing on your physical health, booking an appointment that matters to you, something like that. Listen to your soul calling. There's something here you're getting this feeling like, I want to do it. I feel called to do it in those realms. Go for it. Honestly, August is go time. It's the time of the year where the doors are open. We have finished with Mercury retrograde as well at the end of July. At the time of me filming, we're finally out of it. We're still in the shadow period, but things are gonna get much clearer in the month of August, so it's definitely a good time to start those projects. Love that. Okay, let's see one last message from you guys, and then we'll move on to oracle cards. What do we need to know for my pile number 1? Whoop. We have the moon, yeah. And then what else do we have? And the Queen of Wands. This, even if there's potential fears, anxiety, worry, reaching the surface, especially I'm hearing first week of August, end of July, first week of August, we've talked about it. Throughout it, you're invited to focus on your passion, your dedication, your courage, your bravery, and there is resolution as long as you keep grounded, as long as you nourish the love in your life, and as long as you pursue the passion projects or the callings that are rising to the surface for you, right? This Queen of Wands is the energy you're invited to embody as a medicine of counterbalancing the fears and anxieties that the moon can bring. So it's going to be about being brave, fierce, confident, bold, audacious, and tapping into that fiery, passionate side of you. Wrap up your reading with some last messages from your guides. What do we have? We have, for your animal guide, we have the horse, free spirit. Give yourselves the space and freedom to express your creativity. I mean, come on, we've talked about that. Truly, if you've got a project, a creative project, or something in the material world, look, chariot, right? The horse, it's go time. The horse is your animal guide also, so pay attention to the way the horse is showing up in your life this month. I don't know why I'm hearing for some of you, it's related to working with animals. And also maybe working with horses or spending time with horses could be a way to also ground yourself. I'm seeing this as being linked to this nature idea, right? Spending time in nature. For some of you, maybe it's about spending time with horses, which is lovely. Okay, let's see what else. Last messages from your guides for my pile number 1. We have, I dive right in, I love the chaos, Knight of Wands. You have the Knight of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands. So truly, no matter what I'm hearing, truly, no matter what's going on in your world, specifically that might be happening to other people in your life, remember, you're doing the best you can, you're showing up, you are, at the end of the day, there's going to be potential for everyone to feel supported and loved. Don't berate yourself, you're doing the best you can, and don't also let the things surrounding you, potential storms or chaos, derail you, that's the word I think, from those projects, those ideas, those callings that are gonna be reaching out to you in the month of August. There's really here a specific creative pursuit or something relating, like a project or something relating to the material realm or the creative realm, like we've talked about, that you're invited to go towards, to pour your energy towards, and don't let whatever may be happening around you derail you from going after that. Okay, Okay, my pile number one, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I hope this reading resonated. I hope it brought you something of value. Don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. They are all free ways to support my work, and it really makes a huge difference. So thank you so much to everyone who takes the time to do that. Thank you for being here. Until next time, I'm sending you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye. Okay, my pile number two, welcome to your reading. If you chose this particular deck, this is going to be the reading for you. As I mentioned in the intro, today's reading is all about your August 2026, and before we get into your tarot cards, we are going to be using this chunky oracle card to get some themes of the month for you, to look at the energies of the month, to have a bit of a weather report, but for vibes for the month of August. So let's see, what are the vibes, what are the energies for the month of August for my pile number two? What do we need to know? Whoop. Blood remembers. We have that in my first pile. That's crazy. Okay, let's continue. I'll tell you what I get, but let's pull a few more cards. We have witness. We have perfume of memory. Okay. Interesting. For my pile number two. And we have power. There's a lot of red. I mean, this is a colorful deck. There's all the colors here. So for you guys, a lot of red. There could be a big focus on the root chakra already. We had this invitation to ground in my pile number one. I see a similar vibe here, an invitation to spend some time around grounding yourself in August. There could be a lot happening in energies that require a bit more time to come back to our body. But let's see. We have blood remembers. Beautiful. We have witness. I wasn't in frame, sorry. We have a perfume of memory. Beautiful. How gorgeous. And we have power. And it says, if your voice had no power, they wouldn't try to silence you, and we all bleed the same blood. And look, blood remembers. This is very interesting. There's a few things coming up. The first thing that I'm hearing from my pile number two is that in the month of August, you could feel called to stand up for yourself or for people that you love, in a way that is a bit more vocal, in a way where you're taking center stage, right? You're grabbing the mic. There's a call here, or an invitation from my pile number two to metaphorically take a mic and speak up about an issue or about a problem or about something that you believe in the month of August. You feel called to fight for what you believe. You feel called to, I'm hearing this kind of like warrior energy that you might be invited to embody. So we'll see if you guys have any like knights maybe coming up in tarot, but I see here an invitation to fight for what you believe in, to stand up for yourself. If there's anyone in your life that's been a little bit like trampling all over you, where you've been a bit of a people pleaser, that's we're done with that. In the month of August, you guys are standing up for yourself. You're no longer taking shit, and you're like, you know what, I deserve better, or these people deserve better, or we deserve better, this situation deserves better, and you're, taking the mic and being like, I'm going to speak on this and I'm going to fight for what I believe in. So this could be at work, this could be in interpersonal relationships, this could be literally like social justice, working, like going manifesting in the streets for something. I don't know, I see some of you really fighting for something close to your heart in the month of August, and deciding to specifically not let some people or some powers walk all over you, people you love, or certain communities or certain situations. So there's this warrior energy coming up for you guys. We have also with Witness Perfume of Memory I see some family reunions for you guys, maybe an ability to connect with family members, specifically like people that you might have not had the chance to connect with in a long time. And or I see ancestral energy coming in, so maybe you're able to travel to where your family comes from if you don't live nearby, like go to where your grandparents lived, or even further down. I see some of you like visiting their childhood home, or going back to the town where they grew up, or visiting families they haven't been in a while, or going back to even the lands where their ancestors come from. There's a big ancestral vibe coming up for August, which is interesting. It's giving like Samhain vibe, but for August. So this could be a great time to connect with family, reunite with family members, also ancestors of the land, right? So going back to your land, where your family comes from, where your bloodline comes from, and exploring that. We really see a potential here for making beautiful memories, and I see a reunion of souls, of spirits, either family members or, like I said, going back to maybe it's like you're going back, there's traveling involved, where you're going back to a country where your family come from if you guys don't live where your ancestors were born. There's something here interesting about connecting back to your roots here, which is beautiful. Okay, let's see what your tarot cards say. We're gonna see what are the potential challenges for the month of August for my pile number 2. Potential challenges. We have the Empress. Yeah. This is a really interesting pile, you guys. And 4 of Pentacles. Really, really interesting energies. It's almost like you don't want to rest on your laurels, because like I'm hearing as long as they're not all free, I'm not free. Like it's almost like you guys don't want to rest on and enjoy and feel like that you can relax until you address this fight you need to have, or until you tackle this battle you're undertaking, or until you feel like other people that you care for or communities that you care for can also relax and feel free. There's really here a big I would not be surprised if there's a big like social justice fight you're doing, or you're doing something for your community in the month of August, and that's taking up a lot of your energy. Maybe it's like, I'm even seeing, okay, this is super specific, so it's not going to speak to everyone, but I'm even seeing some of you like protesting on a land that's going to be sold or something by the government, and you guys are fighting against that because this land is special and it needs to be preserved and saved because of, I don't know, wildlife or ecosystem or native people on the land or something. But yeah, there's some, or and more generally speaking, I really see you guys taking this warrior energy, like we talked about, where you are no longer letting people either walk all over you or walk all over your friends or your family or your communities or certain situations that you really want to be like, you know what, enough. Like I'm gonna take up the metaphorical mic. I'm gonna speak my mind, and I'm not gonna let these powers do whatever they want to do. And so the challenge is in not letting yourself rest or relax until this situation is solved. And yet this is saying, like with the Empress and the 4 of Pentacles, there is this idea of like, you also have to take care of yourself, and you can also you should prioritize your well-being. So whilst there's this fight you want to pursue, which is great, this cause you want to pursue, which is great, there's still a need for you to take care of yourself, to rest, to enjoy life where you can, right? So the challenge could be in not letting yourself enjoying life when you could, there, just because there's these things happening in the world and you want to fight for what you believe in, doesn't mean that every single minute of every day has to be a fight. I think that's what I'm getting here. And so there's an invitation to still enjoy the present moment and the memories you can create and the people in your life and the love in your life and the joy you can create for yourself, right? I think that's what you're invited to also focus on here. What are the potential blessings? It's a really interesting pile, you guys. Potential blessings. Okay. 4 of Wands. We have Jupiter here on the 4 of Wands. Let's see what else. And we have the Knight. I said we might have a Knight with this warrior energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles. It's interesting because the Knight of Pentacles isn't the most warrior-like knights, although all knights can go to fight, right? Literally, they're knights. They have their ride, and he has his spear, and he can, literally go to war. But the Knight of Pentacles is more chill than other knights. He's like the knight that's like, yeah, I can go to war, but also I could just take my time going there, maybe stop by, have a little break by the river, take care of my horse, you know. It's not the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Wands who are like go go go. It's more of a chill kind of night. So in the blessing context, this is saying again, you know, I really see this emphasis of like, yes, you can stand up for what you believe in, yes, you can push and fight for what you want to stand for or who you want to stand for, and yet it's not at the cost of your peace, it's not at the cost of your happiness, it's not at the cost of your well-being, right? With the Four of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, in terms of blessings, there's an opportunity for enjoying beautiful moments, for making beautiful memories in the month of August. Despite whatever you're fighting, there's an opportunity to be present, to enjoy the special moments in your life, to create new memories with this particularly like Four of Wands, and also to make progress on certain things you want to see moving in your life. So if you've been anyone who's been working on some projects since specifically I'm hearing beginning of this year or even last year, there's potential here to see some results, to harvest some of the fruits of your labor. If you've been working towards something and you've not seen much results, don't despair, because the blessings are coming this month. So I don't know, like let's say some of you have been posting online and you're not getting much views, for example. This is a month where you could get a breakthrough. Or if you have a business and you've been launching products and you've not had many sales, this is a month where you could see that shift. So we love that. In terms of blessings, there could finally be this idea of like, I'm seeing results of my hard work, I'm harvesting some of the fruits of my labor, and we love to see that. That's really reassuring. Okay, what are you invited to focus on? My pile number 2. What are you invited to focus on? You guys are really fighting for something or someone, like, and you're gonna win, honestly. There's this idea here of succeeding, of managing to stand up against this huge metaphorical monster and not letting yourself feel diminished. Like, this is you're standing against something that feels huge. Maybe it's a power that be, maybe it's a group of people, maybe it's at work, you're standing up because there's like decisions that you don't agree with, or I don't know what it is, but there's something here where you really are like this little guy facing the big boss battle, right? And I do have a feeling that you guys have what it takes to succeed in this big boss battle, as long as you take care to still enjoy the present moment when you can. What are you invited to focus on? Yeah, it's like, look, Queen of Wands. It's almost like you guys have been like working towards something, and this month is a month where you face the metaphorical big boss, like a video game, you know. You've been grinding, you've been gaining stats, your character has been getting stronger and stronger, you faced some metaphorical battles. In the month of August, you know there might be one of those big boss battles coming up, and so you're ready to tackle that because you've been grinding and you've been preparing, and you have the right tools, the right weapons, the right stats, the right HP and everything, right? For my gamers, you know what I'm talking about. And especially because we have the Queen of Wands saying to tap, you know, encouraging you to tap into your bravery, into your courage, into your inner fire, into your inner passion. She really is like telling you can do this. You've got what it takes to metaphorically take on this like big boss. Could be some of you are taking a big exam, but that's weird because I think August is not a time for exam. But I don't know, maybe where you guys live there is like, it feels like there's something you're like tackling, you know, metaphorical battle you're tackling. So maybe it's a big exam or something that you've been preparing for. And she's like, you've got this. You know, the Queen of Wands is saying, you've got this. Remember to be, to tap into your bravery, your confidence. She wants you to be confident in yourself. She wants you to be brave, to be audacious, and to look ahead and face whatever is looming over you with strength, because you've got what it takes to succeed. Okay, I love that so much. Let's see last messages for my pile number 2. Really interesting pile, you guys. I can't wait to read your comments, find out what this is about. Last message, look, High Priestess. You have what it takes. Listen to your intuition. Listen to yourself. When you feel a bit of hesitation or self-doubt, remember why you're doing whatever it is you're doing, listen to your inner coding, listen to your intuition. It will not lead you astray, right? With High Priestess, we do have a big focus on listening to your own advice, listening to your own counsel, and spending time connecting to your intuition, which will, again, not lead you astray. Let's pull some oracle cards for you guys. Let's see what we have for my pile number 2. Any last messages? Whoop! Look, we have a Phoenix, empower, fire activations, bring creative and spiritual freedom. Phoenix rising from the ashes. Yeah, look, there's really here this idea of like, you know, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. You're ready to take on a challenge or fight a battle and to fly and feel free. So I love that. The phoenix is your spirit animal for this month. Pay attention to the way you might see this kind of energy, this fiery energy. You might see some phoenix symbolism around you, in books you read, in TV shows you watch, whatever. Pay attention to that energy. Yeah, really awesome. I love that. Let's see what else. We also have, I have a good laugh, Queen of Wands. And again, right, just because you're facing this big boss battle, metaphorically, don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to take time to enjoy yourself, to celebrate, to have moments of joy, of peace, of contentment. This really interesting mix of I'm really seeing, you know, in my mind's eye, when you play video games and you have this big boss battle, but before you go to the big boss battle, you can still like go and forage mushrooms and spend time like enjoying the game because you don't want the game to end, you know. So you're like spending time doing fun things before you go and head over to the big boss battle, which will finish the game. That's kind of what this is giving me, is this idea of like spend time enjoying yourself. Yes, there might be this big thing you're doing. I don't know if it's an exam. I don't know what it is, but you'd have to let me know in the comments. Just again, there's potential for victory and success here for sure, but just make sure that at the same time you are taking time for joy, for fun, right? Don't let this warrior energy take over your whole life, as it would be a shame to miss out on some good memories you can make in the month of August. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Really, really interesting pile. I really can't wait to read your comments to see how that applies to you guys, because it's really unique energy. And so if you enjoyed this reading, if your video brought you something of value, don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. Until next time, I'm sending you so much good vibes and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye. My pile number 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose this particular deck, this is going to be the reading for you. As I mentioned in the intro, today we're looking at your month of August. So before we go into your tarot cards, we're going to be pulling from this chunky oracle deck to look at the energies of the months ahead for you guys. What are the vibes? What are the energies? What are the themes of the months? And then we'll move on to tarot. So let's see for my pile number 3. What are the vibes? What are the themes of the months? What can you expect from the month of August? What do we have? Connection that transcends. Beautiful. We'll pull a few cards. Stain. Okay, let's pull a few more. Oop. What do we have? Claim your worth. Gorgeous. Let's pull one more. I think we had a jumper. Dance fever. I love that. Gorgeous card. Okay. Interesting. So, big focus on friendship in the month of August for you guys. There's with connection that's transcends and stain, there's a potential here to really connect or reconnect with people close to you, very close to you, friends, soul tribe members, maybe romantic partners, although it's possibility romantic partners, that there's like some of you meeting someone special, but overall, I do see a focus on friendships, spending time with friends, making new friends, connecting with people who have a stain in a positive way on your soul, who will leave a mark on your soul, who make your world better, who make your life better, right? This like connection that transcends and stain. It's like the people who leave their print on their heart. It could even be animals here, because I heard paw print. So maybe some of you are spending time with animals who are also having a big impact on your soul. You're getting to spend more time with some of your pets, or you're getting a pet, like meeting a pet, adopting a pet, someone like a being that's really gonna have a big impact on your life. If you've been thinking about adopting a pet or getting a pet, that's really big in the month of August for my Palm 3. Could be a great time for that. There's definitely here this idea of like connecting with or reconnecting with or deepening the friendships and the love in your life, and the people who put in my mind I am seeing like someone who, with little kids, when you put their hands in the clay to have like the mark of their little cute hands, or people sometimes do that with their pets as well. It's like that, but on your heart, on your soul, the impact they have on you in a loving way. And so it's a great month to make new memory, great month to connect with your loved ones, with your, like we said, friends, pets. Great month to create memories around that. This is giving 3 of Cups energy, 2 of Cups energy, 10 of Cups energy. Really, really beautiful months to nurture the love in your life and create some really special memories, or maybe even meet people with whom you can get really close to. So I would not be surprised if you meet a new friend, or also I'm hearing some of you are reconnecting with friends you've not spoken to in years, and yet when you connect back with them by chance, it's like no time has passed. And it's like, you might have not spoken to them in 5-10 years, and yet you just straight away when you're back to chatting, it's like you never left each other's sides. Those kinds of connections, that just feel like real and special, have a big impact and importance for my Palm 3 in the month of August. So I love that. Any possibility or chance you get to spend time with your loved ones, to connect with people you've not seen in a while, or to meet new people is a big yes. Okay. And again, people or animals or beings, right? So claim your worth. It's giving Leo energy. So I might have some Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising in my pile number 3, or it's an invitation to tap into that Leo side of you. We all carry all 12 signs within our charts. So maybe have a look at what Leo is doing in your chart in the month of August. There might be some important transits happening there. It's an invitation to tap into your confidence, this idea of taking the world like it's your catwalk and walking around around your life in a way that you feel fierce, badass, confident. So I see a big focus here on maybe wanting to zhuzh up your look. Like some of you are going to want to get a haircut. Some of you are going to want to go shopping and buy things that you feel good in. Some of you are going to want to, there's a focus on physical appearance, but not in a vain way, in a way that you're like trying to change things up to feel more confident and better in your skin. And so if you've been thinking about focusing on that, it's a big yes in the month of August. I'm hearing getting your haircut, getting clothes you like, you feel good in, wearing your nice perfume every day just because it makes you feel good. And also extremely specific, but it's not going to speak to everyone, but it's coming through. So I've learned along the years to say it, even if it's specific, because I know it's going to speak to someone. If some of you have been thinking, if some of you have some disabilities or chronic illnesses or whatever the case, and you've been feeling a little bit or a lot like not at peace with your body and not feeling good in your body or anything like that, then again, the month of August could be a great month to reconnect with the side of playing with your body in the way of how you dress, or your haircuts, or jewelry, or whatever you guys like, tattoo, whatever you guys like to do. And also I'm hearing again, this is extremely specific, but if some of you have been delaying getting mobility aids because you're worried about people's judging you, get that damn mobility aid, I'm hearing, because who cares how people view you? The main thing is that you feel good and comfortable, and that you feel good in your body, or as good as you can feel, right? So that's specific. I'm putting that out there. Dance fever, great months to have some celebration parties, weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, nights out. If you guys still do that, that's long. I'm long past my party days, but I realize there might be some people watching me who still party. So anything like that, where celebrations, great months for that. So honestly, I see a really fun month for my pile number 3, full of friendship, deep connections, good memories, and also a great month to focus on how you project your image in the world and maybe change something so that the way that you feel about yourself is more confident, you feel better in your skin, you feel and again, not in a vain way, just in a way that you feel better for you, not for anyone else. This is giving that Leo energy of like, I feel good, I shine my light, and I'm unapologetically myself, and I love that for you guys. Okay, what are the potential challenges of the month of August for my pile number 3? We have 7 of Pentacles. Okay, this deck is so pretty. It has like sparkles everywhere. Can you see that? So cute. So we had 7 of Pentacles and we have 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's some of you are gonna want to spend time on I'm hearing some of you have been working hard recently, and so maybe instead of spending time with others and going out and doing fun things and socializing, you kind of want to chill at home and not see people and kind of be in your metaphorical cave, because you're like, I've worked hard and now I just want to chill and be on my own and kind of like keep a low-key profile. And yet it's not really going to be the month for that. So if you had a desire for a hermit kind of August, I don't see that for you guys. If you've had, this desire of like clearing your social calendar, that's not going to be the month where that happens necessarily. So it's going to be about managing expectations. What I'm getting is like a desire for your inner peace and calm and wanting to tap into introverted qualities, but your social calendar and external circumstances pushing you to be an extrovert, and this like tension between I want to be on my own and chill and have time for myself, but I've got this wedding to go to, and I've reunited with my friends who want to go for brunch, and I have this school stuff to help my kids for, or whatever, right? This kind of pull, like I'm seeing this pull between wanting some quiet and getting noise and having to balance between the two. But honestly, I think it's not a huge challenge, because whatever you are invited to do in terms of social outings, it's fun. It's something that, yeah, you might be surrounded by people and it might be a little bit tiring, but it's joyful, it's loving, it's fun, it's making memories. So this might not be the month where you get to chill at home and be a hobbit, but you'll have a good time regardless. So that's something that's coming up as a challenge, and it's not really a big challenge, to be honest. Okay, what else? Potential blessings. Yeah, love that. We have the Emperor and the Magician. Okay, there's a few things coming up. So we've said about the fact that you guys are, having a busy social calendar. There's celebrations or parties or birthdays or memories, trips. You're reuniting with people. You're sharing your time with loved ones. You're meeting new people. All of that. So there's definitely a potential with a Magician to create beautiful memories that and to even like reshape your life in the way that feels joyful, loving, but also stable and strong. Some of the people joining your life are helping bring a sense of routine and structure to you that you've been needing. So that's really great. If you've been like, feeling a little bit untethered, I see you meeting people or reconnecting with people who are going to help you feeling more grounded and are going to bring a sense of equilibrium back in your life. In terms of blessings with the Magician, this is the yes man. Okay, the Magician is yes man. So it's about the idea of saying yes to new opportunities. Someone telling you, do you want to go, and at random they ring you and they're like, hey, we're going for a picnic, do you want to come? Yes. Like your colleagues ringing you, hey, you want to work on this project with us because we've been contacted by this new company? Yes. Okay, this is about saying yes to new opportunities, to new options, to doors opening, because through you saying yes, you're actually gaining a lot of confidence, a lot of power, and also a lot of abundance. So this is your yes month. Okay, this is the month where you're invited to say yes. If you work for yourself, say yes to collaborations, say yes to brand deals, say yes to, I don't know, people giving you some propositions. If you are if you meet someone new and they invite to go to something, say yes. Right? It's really the month to say yes to the universe and to people, obviously, as long as it's safe. Okay, don't put yourself in dangerous situation, please. This is not what this is about. It's more about, you know what I mean, saying yes to fun opportunities, things that maybe are a bit outside your comfort zone. Sometimes you might want to feel more called to chill at home, and yet I really see the universe pushing you out, being like, no, you need to go and do these things, you need to go and have fun, you need to go and say yes to this person and go to that picnic or go to that barbecue or whatever, because there you're going to meet some people and it's going to change your life for the better. So say yes. My pile number 3. That's the advice from the universe for you guys for the month of August. Last messages. Oh no, what to focus on? Sorry, what to focus on? What are you invited to focus on, you guys? We have the 9 of Wands. Interesting. It's going to be a month where you might have to spend a bit more energy, right? With the 9 of Wands, we have this idea that, I mean, obviously, if you're going outside, you're doing things, you're very like in this extroverted energy, it's going to require a bit more like spending of your battery, social battery, physical battery. So focus on making sure you're not overdoing it. Obviously, there's still a need to take care of your body. That should always be priority. Pay attention to your energy levels. Don't overdo it whilst there's a lot of fun things. That's what this 9 of Wands is telling me. Like, listen to yourself, listen to your body. Whilst obviously you're encouraged to say yes, if you feel like you don't have the energy for it and you're like, you know, your body is completely run down, then obviously you have to say no, right? It's about listening to yourself. You know what I mean when I say yes. It's more about pushing through a little bit of an uncomfortable situation, like being outside your comfort zone, but it's not about pushing through burnout, obviously. So pay attention to your energy levels this month. It's important. What else are you invited to focus on? My pile number 3. What are you invited to focus on? And we have the King of Swords. So it could be a great month to have certain conversations with people where you feel like you're able to get your words across, specifically able to share your ideas, or you're finally able to like say what's been on your mind. I'm seeing you having some important conversations in the month of August. If you've been delaying chatting with someone or speaking to someone about a certain subject because you were worried about, I don't know, not being able to get your points across, you were worried about how your messages were going to get received, whether it's at work, family members, interpersonal relationship, whatever it may be. I sense for some of you there's a desire to have a conversation that's been brewing for a while, but maybe you've been postponing it. In the month of August, it's really an invitation to have that conversation, because you're going to be able to get your point across, to communicate in a way that feels empowering and clear, and in a way where you can finally move on from this and, you know, get the words out so you can move forward. So have the chat, send that message, make that phone call. If you've been thinking about it for a while, it's time to do it in August. Okay, let's see what else we can get for you guys. We have the Ladybird. Look, all your manifesting positive thoughts and visualizations have been heard. I mean, I love that. Honestly, great month. We've talked about it. Really good energies for you guys for the month of August. Pay attention to the way the ladybird or ladybug. I swear I thought it was ladybug, but I don't know. Maybe you say both in English. You guys, I don't know. English is not my first language, but I always thought it was ladybug. Anyway, pay attention to how this insect shows up in your life. You might see more ladybugs. You might see some of them like real life on social media, whatever. Pay attention to the way this animal shows up in your life, as it's going to be your little like sign from the universe for this month that you're being reminded of this message and that luck is on your side. I love that. Let's see what is last message from Spirit for my pile number 3. Knight of Cups. I steal my heart. Yeah. Have that chat, you guys. Have that chat that you need to have, and then focus on the beautiful relationships in your life. There's gonna be people that have a huge impact on your life in the month of August. There's gonna be, could be also beings like pets, we've talked about it, but you are connecting, reuniting, or meeting or deepening a relationship with some people who really, there's those beautiful sparkles here. It's could be about love, friendship, family, but there's really some beautiful connections being made or deepening in the month of August, and enjoy that. Truly enjoy that, because you're going to feel very much cherished, loved, and supported this month, and I love that for you guys. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you. I really hope this reading brought you some guidance and that you enjoyed it. If you did, don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. Until next time, I'm sending you so much good vibes, and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye!